What's up, everybody? Welcome back for a little bit of WOOT action. We missed last week, but we are back with vengeance this week. Right now, it is going to be Ethan George at the top of the boards here in qualifying. Who's ready for some racing here tonight? We got about 15 seconds left in qualifying. We're going to go into race number one pretty quickly here. All right, these guys out on the track finishing up their qualifying run. Checkered flag is going to come out. Ethan George out there with the quick time. Curtis Mitchell in second. Ashton Thomas, Shane Weatherington, Kenny Storks, and right now you're top five, but could somebody overtake it? Looks like we have about 20 cars in here, unless somebody has left, as we get ready for tonight's race. How's everybody doing tonight? Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows out there. As qualifying has come to an end. Weatherington out there. David Mayo out there. Yellow out there. Or his dad. That's yellow. That's yellow. That's right. Joel is his dad. What's up, Aiden? As we get ready for tonight's race, let's see how we are we going to line them up here? As we get ready for tonight's starting lineup, it is going to be 25 laps, 30 minutes, whichever comes first here tonight in race number one here at Michigan in the straight stocks. Going to be seeing 3, maybe 4, maybe even 5 wide. I've seen 6 wide finishes here at Michigan. Will we see one of those here tonight as we get ready for tonight's starting lineup? Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be the number 51 of Ethan George. Outside of him, in the number 2 spot, it's going to be Curtis Mitchell. Starting in third here tonight, it is going to be Ashton Thomas with Shane Weatherington in the number 4 spot. Kenny Storks, and in that number 1, going to start in the number 5 position with Jacob Link in 6th. Going to be Braden Wares starting in the number 7 spot, David Mayo in 8th, Jacob Fongers in 9th. Going to be Frank Monack in that number 10 spot, Thomas Hayes in 11th, Justin Farless in 12th. Then going to be Philip Dodd in the number 13 spot, Andrew Ford 14th, Bill Sleep in 15th. Aiden going to be in that number 16 spot, Jordan in 17th, Cruz in 18th. Then rounding out the rest of the field is going to be Kyle Todd in the number 19 spot with Cody Harrelson starting Sharkon on the field in the 4K in the number 20 position. All right, just waiting on Kyle Todd to go ahead and grid up. We have about 50 seconds. What's up, Storks? And I see you out there. I see you guys out there. Let's see how we doing over on YouTube. YouTube has got a few people out there. Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows out there as we get ready for 30 laps here tonight in race number 1. Game over. All right, looks like everybody has gridded up 20 cars. 1 winner here tonight after 25 laps. And up next is going to be the trucks at Talladega. You don't want to miss that one. I do see Jacob. Is Mitchell in here? Yeah, Curtis is second. So, yeah. Got Josh Cruz in here. All right, it is going to be, let me go ahead and give these guys a reminder. All right, guys, remember the start will be on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start finish line. Restarts will be on leader. All right. Stacking them up 2 by 2 into turn number 3 and 4. Legacy, Michigan. And definitely a wide, slick track here tonight as they roll 2 by 2 through turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Who's it going to be here tonight? 25 laps out of turn number 4. They're already running because Kenny Storkson's in here. Jeez. All right, looking for that restart zone. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. It is going to be Ethan George down on that bottom side. Here comes Shane Weatherington, wasting no time. 3 wide for the lead, heading for turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide in the rear, too, as they head through turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be side by side for the lead. Oh, Ethan George trying to get that nose out ahead as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're jockeying for position down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3. Big push from Ashton Thomas. Ashton going to give a big old push to Ethan George. He ain't sleepy today as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Look at him spread out. Ashton gets loose. They're 3 wide behind him. We got one around. Keeping it green. Green flag stays out. Green flag stays out as they come down the front straightaway. Going to be side by side for that number 2 position as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Jacob Fongers does a 360 and gets it going straight where he's going to have to hope for a yellow flag. It is admin cautions, just so you know. There's only one car that spun around, but you will get caught up. If you do go a lap down or you get in a wreck and I don't call the caution, get your fast repair. We do get the laps back under caution. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Going to be Ethan George out front, leading the way. Ashton Thomas in second. It is a, I don't know, it's a lot of cars in the back, side by side, 2 and 3 wide. Cody, hold on to it. Big push for Cody. Cody sideways, able to hold on to it. The 4K had made his way up through the field quite a ways, but gets a good push from behind, or I guess a bad push from behind from Cruz. Oh, here it goes. There's the first caution of the night. Bunch of cars. Ooh. All right, let's go. All right, let's go take a look at what happened here. Yeah. Oh, it's so hard to kill that momentum. Brayton tried to go high enough, but Shane coming up the track came up a little too high. Lots of cars, lots of carnage caught up in that one as we get the first caution flag here of the night. Curtis Mitchell going to have the lead. Ethan George going to be second. Jacob Lincoln third. All right. Pace car is middle of back straightaway. Second half of back straightaway. All right, they're going to catch the field. You guys have had the hit pit road. Big wreck there. Big wreck there. Going to take out a few guys, and they're going to go ahead and get their fast repairs, get back out here for the night. Looks like Ford was caught up in that one. Farless, Hayes. We'll see if they take fast repairs or if they just take the damage. Looks like they are all pulling off the pit road. No one going a lap down here tonight. Let's see if anybody decides to hit pit road. Some of these guys are going to have some damage. Yeah, I can see a bunch of damage down on Weatherington. Let's see if Kenny's got some damage on his car. He's looking clean. I don't see any damage on Kenny's car, so it looks like Kenny just coming down, getting some tires, getting a breather. Mayo definitely had some damage on his number 1, Cruz. Big damage on the 44. Bill Sleep might be looking good. He's going to come out back and hang out with his buddy. Frank definitely caught a T-bone from the 44 Cruz, so... Yeah, he was fine under green. I didn't see him blink at all. All right, so it is going to be Curtis Mitchell and Ethan George on that front row. Mitchell did take the lead away from Ethan as we were watching some of the chaos there. He's going to bring him to the green flag here when they get the one to go at the line this time by. As they roll through turn number 3 and 4, who's it going to be here tonight? One to go at the line for Curtis Mitchell and crew. All right, guys, just a friendly reminder, the start will be on the leader anytime after the pace car pulls off. So basically, from 9 to pit road to the restart zone. Start will be on Curtis after pace car pulls off. Anytime between pit road and the restart zone. I don't know if I was talking the first time, so I'm doing it again. Just a reminder, it's also stay in line until after the start finish line. If you spread you out and there's just a ton of room below you or above you and you just want to merge in, that's fine. Somebody misses a shift and you got to change lanes, that's fine, but do not sit back on the start to get a jump on the person in front of you. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 down the back straightaway. Curtis Mitchell and crew up at the front of the pack. See, Jacob has caught him. So he's going to have a little bit of help there in the number 74. Can that top row hook up? I'll tell you, Ashton Thomas was giving some good pushes to Ethan George, but then got turned a little sideways himself. So let's see if he can stay with Ethan again and push him back into the lead as the pace car pulls in, looking for the green flag, this time by... Green flag is out. He does spread him out a little bit. Does look like Braden Ware's had a little bit of a blink there, but he's going to be all right as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for a second. Ashton Thomas going to bail on Ethan George. Ethan George up on the top lane by himself. If he works that side draft, that might not be a disadvantage as they come out of turn number 2. Keep it wound up with this long gear down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3. Ethan George can get that top side to work. He's got help coming. Here comes Braden Wares and then a 0-7. Braden's going to catch the back bumper of the 51 of Ethan George. Oh, the 74. Jacob Link sideways. He's going to get turned around. Just the 2 cars. We're going to leave it green. 2 cars as they come down the front straightaway looking for out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. So those two get together as they come down the back straightaway looking for front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Ethan George going to jump up to the top side. Looking for that lane. Braden Ware is going to stay down low behind Curtis Mitchell as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, side by side for the lead. Ethan George working that top side. He's run this enough to know that top side can roll, and he's got the lead coming down the back straightaway. But here comes Braden Wares, thinking about 3 wide. He's going to make it 3 wide into turn number 3. Can't keep it up underneath him. He's going to have to slide back in line as Mitchell gets a little bit of a run through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Oh, we got smoke as they keep it straight. No issues here as they come out of turn at number 4. Down the front straightaway, going to be a race for the lead. It's going to be Mitchell at the line. Big push from Braden Wares. Oh, that front pack is jockeying for position. They got a breakaway here. They might be smart to kind of just roll together. 6 cars here. Not let that big, ugly pack behind them catch them. We got one hard into the outside wall. Oh. All right, so I'm going to see a little bit of what happens here. It looks like Philip's going to drift up the track here. The 15 gets to his outside. Big rookie mistake there. Into the outside wall, the 7 of Andrew Ford. He's going to be hard into the wall as we get the second caution flag here of the night. Oh, Phillips trying to get down to pit road. Oh, Phillips had to take the tow. He tried to make it. He tried to make it. Braden Ware's out front. Ethan George in second. Curtis Mitchell in third. Definitely an interesting one here tonight as we work the second caution flag of the night. Going to be 10 laps complete at the line. That's a big break for Jacob Link and Ashton Thomas. They had lost the draft after getting together there. As it looks like we got one coming down on pit road. It's going to be Curtis Mitchell. He's going to go back there and probably hook up with Link and see if those guys can move their way forward. I mean, there's probably going to be less than 20 cars on the track when we go back green flag. And it's not, you know, if you got a partner, it's not too hard to drive up through the field. Yeah, Ford's done. I think Jacob's going to be done. Phil Dodd had to take the tow. Did he leave? Oh, he left. That's unfortunate. He's definitely showed some improvement over the last couple weeks. Ethan George gonna. Oh, is it going to be Braden Ware's going to lead these guys to the green flag here this next restart? All right. Looks like everybody but Jacob's the only one left on pit road. He probably had to take the tow there. As we are going to get the one to go at the line this time by. Jacob, I don't know if you still got a fast repair, but just remember, if you get back out there, next caution, we'll get you some laps back. This start's going to be on Braden Ware's anytime after the pace car pulls off. Yeah, you got to lead more than one lap to make it gold. All right, we got him 2x2 out of turn. You better not finish second in this race because you know what I'm going to say. All right, down the back straightaway, AR 2x2 looking for the green flag this time by Braden Wares out front leading the way. Trying to get a promotion from silverwares to goldware. All right, side by side into turn number 3 and 4. This is an interesting second row. We got Cody Harrelson and Kyle Todd in the second row. Both these guys could be aggressive on this restart as Braden Wares leads them to the green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Ethan is going to go ahead and slide into that number 2 slot just behind Braden Wares. They're going to be second, side by side for second. Here comes Ethan George to the outside. Ethan George to the outside. Braden Wares underneath as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2. Ethan George is so good. He loves that top side. He is digging hard. He's got Kyle Todd coming up behind him as they come down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Kyle trying to find that back bumper. He's got to catch the back end of his car before he gets the back end of the 51. He does as they head into turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Ethan George going to lead the way as he slides down to the bottom. That leaves arch nemesis Braden Wares and Kyle Todd side by side out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Cross the line. Kyle Todd in the number 2 spot as Braden Ware stuck down on that bottom. That top lane is definitely ripping a little bit here as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It looks like Mitchell and Link are sitting back. We want sideways. Big save out of the 07. What a save out of Braden Wares. Shane is going to slide into that number 3 spot, but here comes Cody Harrelson to the bottom side as they head into turn number 3 and 4. 3 wide for the number 3 spot. Here comes Storkson on the bottom. He's going to slide into the number 3 spot. Cruz is trying to cruise his way up to the front, down the front straightaway, looking for the line. He is making ground, going to catch that dirt. That's going to slow him down a ton as they come down the front straightaway. Here comes Farless. Farless moving up into that top 10. Currently in the number 6 spot as they head through turn number 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, Mitchell and Link, if they can hook up and catch the field, let's see, how far back are they? They're a little too far back from the draft. That might not be good. But these guys might cause the big one here as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Looks like Kyle Todd and Ethan George trying to check out at the front. Kyle Todd definitely looking patient right now, knowing that they're in a pretty good spot. This is how these cars have raced too. Since we've added the horsepower to them, you've been able to pull away in a 1, 2, 3 car pack as we got contact around as the full throttle fossils get together out of turn number 4. Mayo goes around, but we're going to keep it green as they come down the front straightaway. Frank dipped his tires off the grass, had to look to make sure he wasn't wrecking as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Bill Sleep going to get left behind. He was trying to push Mayo, I think, and Mayo got a little loose there. As these guys come down the back straightaway, Ethan George continues to lead the way. Going to be 9 laps to go when they cross the line this time by. 9 laps to go. Ooh, Storkson trying to get aggressive with the side draft. That's going to cost him. He's going to go 3 wide as we got 1 hard into the wall. Couple cars going around. We're going to keep it green for now. They are still battling hard up at the front. It is going to be Ethan George out front. Oh, Kyle Todd and Wares get together. Wares up the track. Kyle Todd up the track. They're 4 wide out of turn number 2. 4 wide down the back straightaway. They're going to get it down to 2, maybe 3 wide down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. They are moving position so fast as they head into turn number 3. Out front, leading the way is Ethan George. He's in the safe spot right now. Kyle Todd has been pushed back. He's looking to move forward as he gets up underneath Vrooman as Shane Weatherington stuck in the sandwich sideways out of turn number 4. I don't think these guys are done wrecking yet as they come across the line. How are they keeping it straight? Aiden Ashton's going to have some issues, I think. He does. As so far, we're keeping it fairly straight. Up at the front, going to be Ethan George leading the way. Here comes Storkson. Storkson into the back of Ethan George. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're going to be 3. Make it 4 wide. Here comes Kyle Todd to the bottom. Kyle Todd into turn number 3. He's looking for the number 5 spot. Oh, he gets sideways. Where's going to cross him over? What a race out of turn number 4. Oh, these guys are not done as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Going to be Ethan George continuing to lead. Here comes Weatherington as Kyle Todd is going to wiggle down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Shane Weatherington going to dig the high side. Kyle Todd and Ware is going to be dooring each other down into turn number 1 and 2. Weatherington up on the high side. Ethan George stuck down on the bottom. That is not where he wants to be as they come out of turn number 2. What a crazy one up here at the front. These guys pushing for all they got as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, George to the point as Cody Harrelson on the top side. 3 wide for the lead out of turn number 4. 3 wide out of turn number 4. Contact further back. Kyle Todd stuck in the middle as Storkson gives him a little bit of door. Storkson in the grass. They're going to be 4 wide back there in the pack looking for turn number 1. Down into turn number 1 and 2. How have they not wrecked big time? It is something. It is definitely something. Why aren't you out here, Shane? Oh, Ethan George sideways in turn number 1 and 2. He got a push from behind as Braden Wares is on a mission. That's going to shuffle George out as they come down the front straightaway. Shane Weatherington lead the way. Here comes Harrelson to the bottom. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Harrelson back to the bottom as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Farless now up in the mix. He's moved his way. They're going to be 3 wide for third into turn number 3 and 4. Cody playing a little defense. Going to park it down in front of Wares. Oh, Kyle Todd going to get to his outside. He went to block Wares, but forgot about Todd as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Wares going to stay all over the back of Cody Harrelson as Shane Weatherington leads the way through turn number 1 and 2. Todd sideways in the middle. Cody Harrelson sideways with the push from Wares. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. 4 wide. Down the back straightaway. Oh, this is going to be the end, isn't it? How did they save it? They saved it once again as they come down the back straightaway. Here comes Farless looking for the lead into turn number 3 and 4. Weatherington's going to keep it on his door. They're going to be 4 wide for third behind him. This is insane. You'll be in the next one. Nice. We miss you, Shane. We miss you as we're going to be 3 wide for the lead as Kyle Todd takes the middle. 4 wide. Here comes Braden Wares up the middle. Oh, a little bit of contact as Farless tries to rejoin the track. How did they not wreck 4 wide for second? 4 wide for second as they head through turn number 1 and 2. 4 laps to go. Sorry. Down the back straightaway. Kyle Todd to the point as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? They're 4 wide all the way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Easy to go 4 wide through turn number 3 and 4. Probably could take it 5 wide, but somebody's going to be slow. As you can see, the 15 of Hayes going backwards as they come out of turn number 4 for the line. 3 laps to go. Oh, is this going to be it? Oh, this is going to be it. Caution comes out. Holy cow. You were doing good. He had the run and he pushed to the outside and you slid up a little bit. You definitely are looking better out there, Philip. Wow. That was insane. That was freaking insane. They just ran out of room eventually. Just kind of ran a lot of pushing and ran out of room. Big wreck down the front straightaway. What a wild run up at the front. And Kyle Todd out here with the lead. You've definitely put some work in, I can tell. All right, so Kyle Todd with the lead. Ethan George, Justin Farless, Braden Wares, Vrooman, Ashton Thomas. This is going to bring a lot of these guys back up into the mix that were out of it. Definitely a few incidents. Slowing up heading into 3, guys. Slowing up heading into 3. Wow. I just wonder how many white knuckles are out there. I'm just wondering how many people have white knuckles out there, man. That was intense.
Mike up. I'm not gonna. I'll just. Fine.
Oh yeah, no, it ain't even like that. I'm just saying, like, hell, it's been badass. Hell, fuck it, tough it out. But yeah, white knuckles over here for sure.
It's minimal damage, Braden. It's not going to hurt you, whatever you got.
10-4, thank you, Jim.
All right. That was absolutely some of the most intense racing that we've seen in a while. I don't know how they didn't wreck like 40 times. That was definitely worth the run there, and we are going to get a green-white checker here tonight. Remember, guys, that Talladega one should be opening up any minute now. All right, we are about to get ready for some more nail-biting racing here tonight. Does look like the Talladega server is open as they look for the green flag. This time by stacked up 2 by 2. Kyle Todd and Ethan George on that front row. All right, guys, just a reminder, the start is on Kyle Todd anytime after the pace car pulls off. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. All right, into turn number 3 and 4. Will Cruz catch the field? That's going to be the question here as they head through 2 by 2 into turn number 3 and 4. Cruz is trying to catch the field. He is a little ways back. He might miss it as they look for the green flag this time by. We got David Mayo catching the field. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come across the line. Going to be Kyle Todd leading the way side by side for second. Farless on the bottom, Ethan George up high as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Well, we know Farless is going to hang with Kyle Todd as long as he can. Question is, what will Braden Wares do? He is the wild card here. He's going to leave Ethan George up on the top side. Oh, he's up, pushes up the track, down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Kyle Todd leading the way. Here comes Farless in the number 3 machine. He knows if he stays in line, that's going to almost secure his teammates' victory here tonight. Ethan George might be in a good spot to make a run as they come out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. White flag in the air as they come down the front straightaway. It is going to be Kyle Todd leading the way. Nothing else matters here. No other flag will end it other than the checkered as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Todd with the lead. Wares all over the back of Farless. Farless in second. Wares pushes up the track into Ethan George. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Oh, this could be good or bad. Jordan Vrooman's going to get on the back bumper of Braden Wares as they head for turn number 3. Could somebody get a run? Here comes the 11 of Curtis Mitchell to the back bumper of Ethan George. Do they have time? Kyle Todd leads the way. Here comes Braden Wares in the 07. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. It's going to be Kyle Todd leading the way. Nobody could do anything with it. Here comes Farless to the bottom. Drag race to the line. It's going to be Kyle Todd at the line. Farless and George, your top 3. All right, top 3, jump in the next server so you don't miss it, and I'll meet you in Discord for an interview. All right, it is going to be Kyle Todd with the win, Justin Farless in second, Ethan George in third. Going to be Curtis Mitchell in that number 4 spot, Brayton Wares in fifth. Ashton Thomas in sixth. Going to be Jordan Vrooman in that number 7 spot, Jacob Lincoln eighth. Frank Monack in ninth. Going to be Weatherington in 10th here tonight, Cody Harrelson 11th, Bill Sleep in 12th. Kenny Storkson going to be 13th, Aiden in 14th. Thomas Hayes in 15th. David Mayo going to be 16th. Cruz in 17th. Andrew Ford 18th. Jacob in 19th. And Philip Dodd in that number 20 spot. What a crazy race here tonight. Didn't end quite the same way as it was running before that yellow flag, but still phenomenal race here tonight. Let's go see if anybody's in Discord. See one. I see one. There's 2. Oh, wow. What a crazy one here tonight. Honestly, overall, some good racing out there. Almost wish we didn't get that caution flag. Ethan, third place here tonight. Not a whole lot you could do. Teammates up front being able to work together a little bit. Playing it smart, but great racing for third on back.
Yeah, it was. It was good racing. Unfortunate for me, always with the teammates. Gotta with teammates.
Guess you got to make some friends out there.
Oh, I think it's a little more exciting when I don't. But.
Yeah, definitely fun. You were working that outside about as good as anybody tonight, and it looked like they all kind of caught on to that, got stuck to the bottom. I mean, really, that puts you in a bad spot with no help down on the bottom side.
Yeah, nobody wanted to help anywhere, really. But yeah, it's how it goes. I mean, help or no help, still get a result.
Yeah, definitely a fun race. And why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, like always, my dad, my mom, everybody who helps me out here, friends, family, everybody that's on the other side of the stream watching, like you for putting it on. Just a lot of people.
Well, I'll let you go give those knuckles a break because I know you were holding on that wheel for dear life. Good run here tonight.
Yep.
Justin, man. Whew. Made it up to second. Hooked up with Kyle there and waited. I mean, you had to know. You've been here. You've done that. You had to know if you two worked together, it was going to be hard for anybody to pass.
Yeah, pretty much. It wasn't really planned out, but somehow these last few races we've gotten the chance of getting together at the end of the race, and it just works out that way.
You know, you were stuck in the middle of that pack, so was Kyle, man. That racing was intense. I mean, you guys were sideways half the time in the middle of 3 wide. I mean, I mean, how intense was that for you?
Oh, super intense. I mean, we wrecked 7 times, just didn't hit anything. It was, I don't know how we went as long as we did. I really don't. But it was a lot of fun. Fun.
I don't know how you guys made it either. Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yes, sir. I want to thank my wife and Kyle T for the help and you for putting on the race. Appreciate you, bud. Always good to have you up here. Sir.
Kyle Todd, man, what is this? 2? I mean, we didn't run this week, but this last week, but the week before you got one and getting one this week. Are you going to go for another one here at Talladega in the trucks?
Oh yeah. I feel pretty. I don't know, man. We finally, them old street stocks. I think it's wide open, you know, but a lot of it becomes handling, especially when the tires wear out, and that's handling goes away, so driver ability has to come in. I mean, I think that's why me and Farless move towards the front, you know, especially middle or halfway through towards the end of the race. If we're not up front from the beginning, we end up there because I mean, cars go away and you just gotta lean on willing that thing.
For sure. What's up, Moody? Moody out there in the chat. And, I got to tell you, the street stocks seem to favor some of the dirt guys, some of the guys that are dirt heavy. I know you like a lot of the asphalt street stocks, but I know you run some dirt too. It's a lot of right rear racing, especially with this extra horsepower and these street stocks. It's got to suit your style a lot more.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, me and Farless both, we turn a lap or two in the dirt stuff and occasionally beat the doors off our cars in real life, but I don't know. We've raced a lot together. We've raced a lot more on iRacing than we have in real life, but we always seem to do pretty good together and try to. I don't know, man. It's good having good friends. I can tell you that, or guys that can drive good. We got me and him, and like it was a couple weeks ago. It wasn't for him, I wouldn't have won neither one of them. I won the 2 in a row, and then I missed a week, won another one, and then won this one here. I think. I know I won 2 in a row and then this one, but I think I won one in between.
You've definitely been making it up there a lot more here lately. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Oh, you got to thank old Phone M Farless, staying out the way, making it happen. No, man, just get on here and have fun. You got to thank you for putting on this deal, and really, I've got a pretty good group. That race right there was insane. Like Justin said, man, we wrecked for 7 laps there, just never wrecked. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was insane. You guys were holding on. You were hanging out with your good buddy Wares and having a good old time.
Man, he went off in there one time, and I was like, man, if you just, which I get it. I used to be the same way. Like he'd get to the front, but he just. And maybe that's the dirt stuff coming in. Sometimes slower is faster. You just got to calm down a little bit, and you can only drive what your car is going to do, And that's why I wasn't trying to be hateful or start nothing with him. I told him, I was hey, man, just calm down. We're all here,
Well, good race here tonight. Definitely a lot of fun to watch you guys.
Oh, yeah. We'll catch you back in the interview booth after this one, hopefully.
All right, bud. Have fun out there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Later, Farless. All right, moving those guys out of here as we are getting ready for tonight's second event, final event. It is going to be trucks at Talladega. Got Mike Tomlinson at the top of the charts. James Stratton in the number 2 spot. Bill Sleep, Kenny Storkson, and Thomas Hayes, your top 5. People are starting to come in here. We're definitely going to be rolling into an LCQ here tonight, as we can see where these guys are at already. It is definitely over 26 cars in the server already as they continue to load in here tonight. I did hear we're going to get Shane. Oh, we do have Shane Haas in here tonight. A lot of the guys from the last race are in here. And then a bunch of guys, some guys I do know, some guys I don't know. Some are from the last race. Going to be a good mixture of people here tonight. Too bad Landon Moody's too scared to run. We are running 110% horsepower. Bill Sleep around.
Damn.
Bill Sleep around in the number 66 machine. Little less weight, little more power. These things are going to be hard to handle here tonight, as we got about a minute and a half left here in a practice. All right, guys, it's going to be a 10-minute qualifying session. We are going to run the full qualifying session. I usually run through the rules at the beginning of qualifying. So you can choose to qualify while I talk if you don't mind, or you can wait until I'm done. It is going to be heat racing here tonight, just so you know. Top 5 transfer straight into the feature from qualifying. All right, about a minute left here in practice as we are going to get ready for tonight's main event. Looks like we got a healthy field of cars here tonight, as we got about 45 seconds left as we get ready to roll into qualifying. I'm curious how many people have not hit the track and have not been in the server knowing there's extra power. This is going to be a different animal for some of these guys The runs are definitely more insane. The pushes are wilder, and oof, death on the front straightaway. Oh my God.
All right, my mission is to get this truck up and over into the infield.
All right. Qualifying coming up here in about 5 seconds.
Unsuccessful.
Oh, I got to set up my buttons. Guess my buttons aren't working. All right, let's go to my keybinds. Text chat. All right, so those are set up. Let's go ahead and jump in here. I didn't set that bind. Hold on. They didn't even hear me when I talked earlier. I thought I had it set up, but I guess I didn't. All right, should be good now. All right, everybody. I tried to talk to you earlier, but didn't have my binds up. All right, thanks for coming out here tonight. It is going to be 3 laps here for qualifying. You got 3 laps to qualify. You're more than welcome to qualify while I talk and go through the rules. It is going to be top 5 transferring in on time out of qualifying. Everybody else is going to go into a heat and the consi, depending on how you do in the heat. Top 8 out of the heat races. There will be 2 heat races. And top 5 out of the consi. A total of 26 cars going into tonight's feature. All initial starts are gonna be on green. Restarts in the feature will be on leader anytime after the pace car pulls off. There are no cautions in the heats or the consis. That being said, if you get in a wreck in the heat or the consi, go get that fast repair. These guys are racing in a big pack. They'll probably wreck again. And it'll get you a better starting spot in the consi if you do not make it in. Tonight, we are going to be racing above those double yellow lines. I don't care where you guys qualify. I can't watch each and every single one of you qualify. As long as you don't get an incident point and don't need a black cleared, you can qualify wherever you want. But in the race, we're going to keep it above the double yellow lines. On starts and restarts, we're going to stay in line until after the start-finish line. I don't care if you want to take it 3 wide after the line, but let's keep it 2 by 2 down to the line. Basically, just don't sit back to jump on a line. Obviously, if somebody misses a shift, I'm going to pay attention to that. Some people just have bad starts, and you're going to go around them. If they're losing the car in front of them and you jump to the outside, I mean, it is what it is. But do not sit back to jump out of line. Now, with the restarts being on the leader is going to be able to start anytime after the pace car pulls off. And so that basically from the grass to the restart zone, they're able to start. If they start early, it spreads out the field. If there's nobody above you or below you, you can go ahead and fill in. I don't care. I just don't want people diving down the middle or on the high side to try and jump spots on the start because it does usually cause a wreck. Chat. We want to keep it as calm and fun as possible. This is for fun. We do this every Thursday night. But I get it. Sometimes we get angry. Sometimes people do dumb shit. And we want to tell them they did dumb shit. If you want to mic up and tell somebody they're a fucking moron, I have 0 problem with that. Just leave it at 1 and done. So make sure if you mic up that one time, you make it count. Other than that, guys, it is going to be... admin controlled cautions in the feature. So I may not throw a caution for a 1 or 2 car wreck or some spins if they're spinning off the track. That being said, if you do get damaged, you have to go down and get your fast repair. Go get it. Get back out on the track. When we do get a caution, you will be able to get your laps back. If it's 1 lap, just take it. If it's more than 1 lap, let me know so you do not get DQ'd on that second lap you take back. Okay, guys, have fun. Make sure you guys watch the stream, MDiTV now, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Thanks,
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
It is going to be Forrest or At the top of the boards right now, Curtis Mitchell. Oh, Rob Haynes up to the number 2 spot as he's going to come across the line.
What was the channel name again?
It's MDiTV now. M as in Mary. D as in dog. I as in iRacing. T as in Tom. There we go. Braden put it in the chat.
I have to make 10-4. Thank you.
All right, so Curtis going to be third quick on the boards. Looks like Robert.
James, can you tell me if my car is the right car? If it's a Bass Pro Shops car, then it's the right car.
I see a blue, red, white, and blue Bass Pro Shop car.
All right, we're good. Because it crashed me for doing it the first time. So.
All right, so we have 30 cars that have taken laps so far, and there's quite a few more out there. Remember, we could have up to 45 cars in this session. Braden Ware's out there trying to put in his lap. Shane Haas. Good to see good old Shane Haas. We'll see how he does tonight in the number 23 machine. He hasn't been able to race a lot. New job, new schedule. Able to come out here tonight and race with us in the number 23 machine. Be good to see what he's able to do. Kenny Storkson out on the track, farless. Josh Cruz, we've seen him in the last one. Nick Olson, Harris, Christopher Cox, all out on the track. Have not put a lap in yet. Warp Lotus is out there. What's up, Warp? As we are about 6 minutes into qualifying, Bill Sleep right now in that number 5 position. Can he hold it? Can he keep it up in that top 5, or will somebody bump him out? As they say that, Bob Aldred is going to jump up into the number 5 spot. So Bob Aldred now on the bubble spot. He's got one more lap. He's going to try to improve that speed. Braden Ware's up to 11th, not where he wants to be. David Mayo in 17th. Ashton Thomas in 10th. Jacob Link in 9th. So those guys all going into a heat race. See if anybody else will jump up into that top 5. No Lovelace to come out and surprise the field. Kenny Storkson going for the watermelon. Josh Cruz up to the number 3 spot. That's going to knock Eldridge out of the top 5 and put Bryce Fish on that bubble spot. So Josh Cruz up into the number 3 position right now as he is working another lap. Shane Haas 19th quick. What's up, Warp? Farless up to the number 3 spot. That's going to push out Fish and put Curtis Mitchell on the bubble spot. So Farless second in the last race. He's looking to take a victory here today. He's going to be second on the board here in qualifying. Let's see if he's able to improve that time here in qualifying. Only 8/1000ths of a second off of the lead right now. Shane Haas going to come across the line. Let's see where he's going to be. After lap number 2, he's going to jump back up to 19th position. Curtis Mitchell sitting on that bubble spot. He's got Kenny Storkson out there, Cox out there, Warp's out there, Kyle Todd out there right now. Looks like we have 39, going to be 40 cars that have taken a qualifying lap. Mitchell on the bubble spot. What's the over-under? What do you guys think? You think he can stay in that top 5, or is he going to get bumped out? Haas going to come around to complete lap number 3 in the 23. Let's see where he ends up here. Knocking some of that rust off. Shane Haas across the line. He's going to be 13th quick on the board. Not bad for a welcome back. He'll start up towards the front in his heat race. So waiting on Warp. Warp out there getting a lap in, and so is Kyle Todd. Time is running out. Kyle Todd is definitely running out of time. Riley Green going to show up last minute. He's not going to make it out there in time. But Riley Green showing up to play with the boys here tonight. Warp going to jump up to fourth quick, knocking Curtis Mitchell out. Lotus up to the number 4 spot. Way to go, buddy. There you go. Will Kyle Todd get a lap in before the checkered flag flies? Oh, he's just going to miss it. He just missed it. Oh. Oh. So close, Kyle. All right, let's get ready for heat race number 1. Let's go ahead and throw him up on the board, starting on the pole here tonight. In heat race number 1, it's going to be Curtis Mitchell. Well, we aren't at Michigan anymore. Starting in the number 2 spot, it's going to be Bob Eldred. Starting in 3rd, it's going to be Ethan George. Jacob Link going to start in the number 4 spot. Shane Haas in 5th. It's going to be Kenny Storkson in the number 6 spot. Probably start on pit road, we'll see. Mark Rogers in 7th. Going to be Jason Kinzer in the number 8 position. Kason Hornish in 9th. Going to be Caden McKenzie in the number 10 spot. Scott Hamilton in 11th. Tomlinson in 12th. 13th, it's going to be Dakota Mahoney. DQ Mahoney. 14th is Chris Fanning. Going to be Dylan Brewer in the number 15 spot. Bill Watkins in 16th. Aiden in 17th. Kyle Todd going to be in 18th here tonight. Dion in 19th. And Johnson in that number 20 spot. Choking on my own spit over here. All right, guys, remember, start will be on green. Yeah, you automatically advance. Always feels good, doesn't it? Or all right, so Kenny Storks, I'm going to start on pit road as these guys are going to get ready to roll off the starting grid. Whole top row is going to gain 1 spot. As we are stacking them up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag. This time I can run up and get a beer, right? You got time. It's going to be top 8 advance. Top 8 advance. Everybody else to the LCQ. Top 8 will advance out of the next one. And top 5 out of the LCQ. 26 are going into the feature tonight. It's pretty close to 45. Probably 44. I cap it at 45, so it filled up. Riley. Oh yeah. Right after you resubscribe for the Prime. Yeah, Riley. What's up, buddy? All by myself. Yeah, nobody else started from pit road. That's all right. When they wreck, you won't have anybody to wreck with. Remember, guys, don't sit back and jump on a line before the start-finish line. That is one of the easiest ways to get removed from the server. It's easier to remove you than it is to tell you to take the spot back, because most people don't listen. All right, looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be side by side, Mitchell and Eldred on that front row. Curtis, you ever figure out how to get to the infield?
No, the Indy cars would, but they did an update, and I just fell through the earth and died. So, just that little fun perk is no more.
All right, looking for the green flag as they come down the front straightaway. Pace car going to pull in.
All right, let's be.
Curtis leads him down the front straightaway. Eldred in second. Ethan George, Jacob Link, your top four. I don't know if it's that specific order. Looks like it is. As they head into the restart zone, 20 cars, 8 advance. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. A little broken up further back in the pack. These guys need to get in order. Only top 8 transfer. And the guys at the front in a hurry as here comes Jacob Link split in the middle. He's going for the lead in 1 and 2. Link has some help from behind as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. That is Kinzer all over the back of them as they drive down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Link leads the way. Kinzer in second. McKenzie in third. Up 6-7 spots right there for the second and third place cars. No, I did not mean that. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Fanning in there. Yeah, Fanning's got the wrong team on his hood. Gonna have to DQ Fanning for being a Broncos fan. Oh, Mitchell going for the block back there. They're going to get this top side as they cut down into 1 and 2. Top 4 going to go single file. Battle's going to be for 5th on back. Right now it is Ethan George down on that bottom side. He's going to slide into the number 5 spot. Shane Haas in a transfer spot and 6 as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Have no fear. This could change a lot. If you're further back in the pack, a wreck or drafting can make a big difference here. You get a couple guys that can draft good together. They'll make their way up through the field as Mitchell, our pole sitter, now up on the top side as they come out of turn number 4. He is going the wrong way as they look for the trioval down the front straightaway. Kyle Todd on the back bumper of George. Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Looks like Johnson and Brewer wrecking in the back of the pack. As we move back up to the front, it's going to be 3 wide. Right now, Aiden in the number 20 machine on the bottom of 3 wide, going to slide his way into a transfer spot. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Definitely some issues for Brewer and Johnson. Johnson going to take the toe. Brewer down on the bottom. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be... I added the extra horsepower and the less weight, so the runs are probably going to be pretty insane. It's definitely a different animal. As they cut down the front straightaway, Link going to lead the way. Kinzer in second. As we got a battle now for the transfer spot once again. Curtis Mitchell going to slide his way into a transfer spot on the high side. He's got DQ Mahoney on the bottom. Mitchell going to grab the door of Mahoney as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, contact. Big save down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. So that's going to be DQ Mahoney on the bubble. Kyle Todd trying to push Mitchell through turn at number 3 and 4. Barely able to hold on to it. Here comes the rest of the pack as they come out of turn number 4. Going to be white flag this time by top 8 transfer. This is going to be crazy as we got almost the whole field together. Storkson's moved up to 17th, but he's had no help with the wreck. It could still happen, though. The pack is all together into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, contact. The 12 is all kinds of squirrely. Oh, big wreck in the back of the pack. Oh, Watkins going to get caught up in that one. That's going to put Curtis Mitchell on the bubble. Ethan George 1 spot out, and everybody else has gotten caught up as they move down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Storkson's going to grab a bunch of spots. He's hoping for more issues. Kyle Todd is all over the back of, I don't know who he's over, Mark Rogers, as they come out of turn number 4. Kyle Todd all up underneath that number 183. He's driving him down the front straightaway. Here comes Link to the outside. Kinzer to the outside. Kinzer going to take the lead. Link, McKenzie, Roger, Fanning, George, Todd. Shane Haas, your top 8. Oh, he was pushing. Oh. Mitchell, one spot out. He's going to be starting on the pole again, though, but not in the place he wants. It is going to be the LCQ. All right, so heat race number 1 in the books. Getting ready for heat race number 2. That was intense. And we are jumping into heat race number 2, starting on the pole here tonight. It is going to be Brian Fish. Starting in the number 2 spot, almost got himself a transfer spot in qualifying here tonight. It's going to be Bill Sleep. Starting in 3rd, it's going to be Jared Panel. Ashton Thomas in 4th. Going to be Braden Wares in the number 5 position. Thomas Haynes in a 6th. Going to be Jacob Fongers starting in the number 7 position. Christopher Cox in 8th. Going to be Mayo starting in 9th. JT Carlton in 10th. Vernon Harris going to start in that number 11 spot. James Stratton in 12th. 13th, it's going to be Carson Keeler with Kobe Keeler in 14th. I don't know why it's not showing. Hold on. There it is. Going to be Alan Crawford in that number 15 spot. Daniel Simmons in 16th. Going to be Nick Olson 17th. Riley Green 18th. Moses Bravo 19th. And Riley Green, or sorry, there's only 19 cars in this race. We got them stacked up 2 by 2 through turn number 1 and 2. Going to look for the green flag this time by. That's what I was about to say. Just specify this is a green flag, not Riley Green. All right, looking for the green flag this time by Bryce Fish and Bill Sleep on the front row. All right, who's it going to be? Bryce going to blink a little bit there. A little bit of internet malfunction out of the number 40. As they look for the green flag this time by, nobody starting on pit road. Everybody out on the track. 20 cars. Hey, he was pushing the shit out of Rogers there. Pace car pulls in. Looking for the green flag. Top 8 transfer. Who's it going to be? 5 laps. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they load him up down the front straightaway. Oh, the 18 had jumped out of line. Goodbye. As they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Bryce Fish leading the way. Jared in 2nd. Braden Wares in 3rd. Fongers in that number 4 spot. Bill Sleep going the wrong way. Stratton up the track. Going to get the door to the 10 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Bill Sleep trying to work that outside. He's going to slide in line out of turn number 4. Top 5 are single file. Chaos from 6 on back. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Out front, Bryce Fish leading the way. Panel in second. Braden Wares in third. Fongers, Sleep, you still your top 5 as it looks like Haynes going to pull out in Hayes, sorry. No N in that. In that number 6 spot. Hayes going to pull up to the high side. He's got some help coming from behind. Here comes the 53 of Cox, all up in his rear into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4, trying to get that top side to go. Top side starting to roll down the front straightaway. Definitely some momentum up high through the tri-oval. It is going to be Fish continuing to lead the way. Cross the line. Here comes Wares up to the top side. Wares wants to look for the lead. He's got help from behind as he jumps up in front of Haynes. Jumps back down as the top 3 stay single file. Going to be side by side for fourth on back. Ooh, the 53 of Cox looks to the high side. Looking high again, all over the back of Hayes as they come down the back straightaway, starting to gain some momentum into turn number 3 and 4. See Braden keeping it real close to the number 38, peeking out a little bit in case these guys get the run out of turn number 4. Trying to give himself an option. He's going to pull out. Oh, we got a big wreck. Oh, Bill Sleep caught up in this one. Bill Sleep and Keeler get caught up at the back of the pack. Obviously, no cautions in the heats as they look for turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Here comes Braden Wares up on the top side. Wares with the push from behind. We are looking for a race lead change as they come out of turn number 2. Braden Wares to the point down the back straightaway. Is he going to stay on the outside or will he leave Hayes alone? Hayes going to move down to the bottom. He's going to block. They're going to touch down the back straightaway. Wares going to lead the way. He's got a car all over the back of him as the 08 is cutting the grass. That is David Mayo down into turn number 3 and 4. Full throttle Fossils might be in the LCQ here tonight. Down the back front straightaway, looking for the line. Going to be white flag this time by Braden Wares. Leads the way. A wrecking down the tri-oval to the white flag. Big wreck down the front straightaway. Big wreck down the front. Oh, no. Wares gets turned around. Come on, get back on it, Wares. As Hayes turns him around into turn number 1 and 2. No caution flag. Riley Green now up to the number 2 spot. Ashton Thomas, Harris, Fongers, Simmons, Mayo, Keeler are your top 8, but Wares, is he going to be able to get there? Does Wares have damage? Here comes Cox to his outside. Cox on the run looking for a transfer spot. He is coming up on the rear of the field. Oh, he tried to block him, but Cox slides his way into 8th as out front. That's 3 wide for the lead. Riley Green leads the way. Hayes on the back bumper. Here comes Ashton Thomas. It's going to be Riley Green, Thomas Hayes, Ashton Thomas, Harris, Fongers, Simmons. Mayo still makes it after his slide. And Cox in that number 8 position, just barely making it in the rear. First and only win. All right, we're gonna go ahead and call that quits, or I'm gonna remove somebody. One and done. All right, we're going to go ahead and stack them up here tonight in the LCQ on the front row. I'll tell you what, that's a couple heavy hitters on the front row. It is going to be Curtis Mitchell and Braden Wares. Starting in the number 3 spot, it's going to be Kenny Storkson. He's starting out. He's not starting from the pits this time. Kobe Keeler in 4th. Going to be Aiden in the number 5 spot. Carson Keeler in 6th. Going to be Eldridge in the number 7 spot. Nick Olson in 8th. Harnish in 9th. Going to be Stratton in that number 10 spot. Dion in 11th. Moses in a 12th. He's going to need to part the seas here tonight. Going to be Scott Hamilton in the number 13 spot. Jared in 14th. DQ Mahoney in 15th. Going to be Bryce Fish in the number 16 spot. Bill Walk in 17th. Bill Sleep in 18th. Going to be Tomlinson in 19th. Crawford in 20th. Johnson in 21st. Going to be Carlton in the number 22 spot. And Brewer in 23rd. So some of these guys are not in it. It is going to be 18 cars looking to take those top 5 spots. All right, guys, it's going to be one extra lap here tonight in the LCQ. So it's going to be 6 laps, top 5 transfer. You got to be in there to make it, so don't get too sloppy early on. He's lying, unless you want to wreck him and find out if it's unlimited. I'm joking, by the way. Don't wreck him on purpose. All right, down into turn at number 3. Remember, this starts on green, guys. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. I had to remove someone in the last heat race because of that. What's that? Thank you. Looking for the green flag as they come into the trioval. It is going to be Curtis Mitchell and Braden Wares. Thrash is in the Marines now. He's going through classes. You did. Yes, I think he's actually an adult now. Green flag is out. Curtis Mitchell going to come across the line. Braden Wares in second as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Wares going to slide into the line. He wants to be up front. He wants to keep it as common as possible. With the extra horsepower, it might make sense to stay nose to tail. If these guys get racing, you might be able to break away as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Look for Wares and Mitchell to work together as they come down the back straightaway. You got to have a friend here, and he's got Kenny Storkson behind him. I don't see these bottom guys being too aggressive as long as they're in. It is going to get wild, though, from that third or fourth place on back as only top 5 transfer through as they come out of turn at number 4 down the front straightaway. 1 lap is going to be in the books. Will he move to the top side? No, he's going to stay down low, commit. It's going to be Curtis Mitchell leading lap number 1. Mitchell leads lap number 1 as Keeler tries to work that top side. He's got help from Carson Keeler. So we got Kobe and Carson nose to tail on that top lane trying to race their way into tonight's race. Having a partner here tonight to dance with is absolutely crucial. You're going to need some help to get up in the front to stay in that top 5. One of you might even have to sacrifice yourself if it gets close enough as they look for turn number 1 and 2. Keeler's struggling a little bit on that top side to hold that line as they head through turn number 1 and 2. That is great for the top 2 guys. Even the third guy, as the top lane is starting to lose that momentum as they head through the trioval. That's going to put Aiden into that top 5. Here comes the 27 Eldridge working his way into the top 5, but Keeler going to fight back on the high side as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Wares jumps up high. He brings Kenny Storkson with him as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking. Oh, yellow goes around. Big wreck down the back straightaway. Big wreck down the back straightaway. As we move up to the front, going to be Where's up front? Kenny in second. Curtis Mitchell, Hornish, and Fish are your top 5 right now. Right now, Brewer and Watkins are out. They're going to need some help, but will the top 4 here start the battle? To the line, going to be 3 laps complete, 3 laps to go. This race is definitely not over yet. Carson is in. Fish is on the bubble. Brewer could catch him. Watkins could catch them both. Those guys all pretty close. Oh, you know, Fish might have a little bit of the draft. Down the back straightaway, top 4 going to stay nose to tail. As they look into turn number 3 and 4, Fish is the bubble spot. He is losing that front draft. Can Brewer catch him? You know, it is really, you know, I wonder if there's enough time. All right, so Mitchell gets sideways, gets pushed out of that front draft. Him and Fish going to be able to work together. That might be a godsend for Fish if he can catch the back bumper of him, as Brewer is getting closer to striking distance. As Wares continues the lead, Storkson in second, Hornish in third. As they come across the line, going to be white flag this time by. Ware's going to lead it across the line. As we got one pulling off of pit road. Right now in the Hooters, number 7, hoping that somehow he can transfer through. But I think it might be too little too late. He might gain a couple spots. Another lap here as our leaders look good down the back straightaway. Looking for turn at number 3. Will someone make a move, or are they content with making it the way they get in? Ware's continuing to lead the way. Storkson going to blink out in the number 2 spot. That could be creating an issue here. That could create an issue here. Oh, we got a battle for the number 2 and 1 spot. Here comes Storkson on the bottom. Oh, they touch. Oh, he's going to make it. He's going to make it as Harnish takes the win. Ware's, Storkson, Fish, and Mitchell all transferring through. Watkins, you survived. You just got too far back away from the draft. All right, so that is going to be the field as we are going to get ready to go into the warm-up. Guys, if you have not been here before, we're going to get a 3-minute warm-up here. We're going to let you guys run it out how you want. Just don't get DQ'd. You can wreck each other, whatever. Have some fun. If somebody pissed you off in the heat race, you can take it out on them now. All right, so we are going to get 3 minutes here of the warm-up. If you need a drink, now's the time to grab a drink. If you need some time to give the stream a like and a share, now's the time to do it. It won't let me add anybody into the feature. I wish, though, that iRacing would allow provisionals. Let's go. Yeah, you had a good run there. I do a lot of dirt stuff, so if everybody wants to lobby for provisionals, and maybe I should start a chat in the forum that we should be able to allow provisionals into the features. No, yeah, definitely. I could let those people in as provisionals if it did it. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious too, Curtis. All right, so getting into tonight's features, these guys are gonna play around. Yeah, you got to be patient here. Yeah, I know that is stupid. We can do one lap. If you got to do more than one wave around, then I got to give it to you. All right, I'm gonna grab a water out of this cooler next to me. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so these guys out here having a little bit of fun, bumping and banging as we got a wreck fest, a derby on the front stretch. We don't have a pit party. We got a derby on the front stretch. Derby on the front stretch. All right, so it is going to be 8 seconds ready to get into tonight's features. These guys having a little bit of fun blowing off some steam here. Let's get ready for tonight. 30 laps. One winner, one fast repair. Who will survive is going to be the biggest question. Let's not do all pacing tonight, guys. I'll tell you what, we could be out of here before midnight if these guys go green the whole way. I got jokes. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. It is going to be 30 laps here tonight in the feature. It is admin controlled cautions. If it's one or two cars, I probably won't throw the caution if they're not about to wreck the whole field. But that being said, this start will be on the green flag. Restarts will be on leader anytime after the pace car pulls off. Do not jump out of line until after the start finish line. You got one fast repair here tonight. Use it wisely. It is 30 laps, which is a long time on these tracks. And, good luck. Survival is key. Yeah, that big wreck was massive. That big wreck was huge. All right, it is going to be 30 laps here tonight. Let's go ahead and go through tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Forrester Smithis. Starting outside of him in the number 3 machine, it's going to be Justin Farless. Starting in third, it's going to be Rob Hayes with Josh Cruz in fourth. Warp Lotus going to start in fifth, stealing that final spot in qualifying here tonight. Jason Kinzer, our heat race number 1 winner, starting in sixth. Riley Green, heat race number 2 winner, going to be starting in the number 7 spot with Jacob Link in 8th. Going to be Thomas Hayes in the number 9 spot, Caden McKenzie in 10th, Ashton Thomas in 11th. Mark Rogers in the number 12 position with Vernon Harris in 13th. Going to be Chris Fanning starting in 14th here tonight, Jacob Fungers in 15th, Ethan George in 16th. Going to be Daniel Simon in the number 17 spot, Kyle Todd in 18th. David Mayo going to be in that number 19 position, Shane Haas in 20th. Christopher Cox in the number 21st position, Kason Harnish in 22nd. Going to be Brayden Ware's 23rd here tonight, Storks in 24th. Bryce Fish 25th, and Curtis Mitchell going to start shotgun on the field here tonight in that number 26 spot. Going to be 30 laps here tonight as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Let me know who your favorite is if you're out there watching as we look for the green flag. He's always wrecked, but never the wrecker. I get that feeling sometimes. Yep. Yeah. Wreck avoidance is key in WOOT. And you can't lose the draft. It's an art form. All right, looking for the green flag as they come down the front straightaway. 26 cars. Well, 25 cars as it looks like Simon has left. As they look for the green flag as they head into the tri-oval. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Nice clean start. It is going to be Farless on the outside with a nice jump. They're trying to wreck already as Cruz is up on the top side sideways. How did he save it? As he's 3 wide now on the top into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, it got a little squirrely early on, but somehow they saved it as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. That wasn't much of a cruise. He had a handful as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Right now it's going to be Smithis leading the way on the inside as Farless trying to dig back on the outside. He's got Link behind him as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Farless with a big push from behind. Those top guys pretty hooked up as Farless looks to move down to the bottom. Here comes Link to the top side. It's going to be Link at the line as they head for turn number 1 and 2. A little bit of a door bang there to lead lap number 1, but Jacob Link gets it as he is up 7 spots already as they head into turn number... Well, he can't go up anymore as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, jockey in 4 position. Just to give you an idea, let's see. Got it? Yeah, you can see how many spots these guys have gained right there already. Big movers. Mark Rogers up 9 spots. Here, we'll do it like this. As they head down the front straightaway to the line, Cruz going to be to the point as they come through the tri-oval. Josh Cruz looking to lead lap number 2. 2 laps in the books as Cruz leads the way. Mark Rogers on his back bumper. Kinzer, our heat race number 1 winner, up to 3rd as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Mark Rogers up 10 spots. Can he lead it this time by as they come out of turn number 2? His extra power gives them big runs. You'll see guys be big movers and big losers, comers and goers all night long as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Here comes Link to the bottom. Link going to go to the bottom. Farless going to follow him as they head into turn number 1 and 2. So help coming to Link as they come out of turn number 2. Farless all over the back of him, trying to catch him at the right point. Down the front straightaway as they're 3 wide. Craziness behind him down the front straightaway. Look at this pack as they jockey for position through the tri-oval. Absolute chaos. Somehow they're keeping it straight as they're 4 wide. There it goes. Caution flag comes out. Warp around, couple donuts. I don't think there's a whole lot of damage on that one. All right, let's take a look and see what exactly. It just got tight. These things have big runs with that extra horsepower. Remember, guys, if you do end up going a lap down here, don't stress it. We will give you your laps back. Might not be on this caution, could be on the next one, but you will get your laps back tonight. So first caution flag of the night as Cruz leads the way. Rogers in 2nd, Kinzer in 3rd, Jacob Link in 4th, Haynes in 5th. We'll see if anybody decides to jump on pit road and get some tires here tonight. Looks like a couple people at least flirting with it. Oh, Kins are going to come down. I know a lot of times gas will play a role, but caution flag laps could equal that out. But a lot of cars down on pit road shouldn't be too big of a hit for these guys that decided to jump on pit road. Top 10 stay out. So first caution flag of the night. Little bit of a mess. I don't know how. It only looked like we had one meatball out of all that. So some of these guys are probably just taking some repairs, maybe not using that fast repair already. Right now, our biggest mover is going to be Bryce Fish in the number 40 machine. He is up into that number 9 spot, up 16 position. Harness just in front of him is up 14 positions into the number 8 spot. So those are our biggest two movers as it stands right now. We'll see if they're able to continue that movement forward. But there's nobody on the track that can earn as many spots as Curtis Mitchell. We'll see how many he's able to do here tonight in the 316. So going to be 6 laps complete when they hit the line this time by. They should get the one to go. So it'll be 7 laps complete, 23 to go when they take the green flag. Looking for a good long green flag run. Could make things interesting here tonight, especially some of those guys that think they can make it on gas that might be cutting it a little bit close. That extra power, I do believe, plays a role. Oh, no. Oh, I think it was just close there. All right. So should get the one to go at the line. Looks like Cox is going to come down on pit road once again. As they get the one to go at the line, we're going to double them up. Looking for the green flag this time by. All right, just a friendly reminder, guys. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line once again. And this start will be on cruise. Josh, you can go anytime after the pace car pulls off. All right, so strategy could play a role here if we get a couple teammates together on these restarts. But if you're up there by yourself, you're going to wait a little bit unless you're inside like that 2 to go. But the draft is strong. These runs are strong. So having to play these out smartly is going to be a big thing. You're going to have to hope if you go early that these guys race really hard behind so they don't get that big run. But a slightly early restart sometimes single files the field, which is a good plan to do sometimes too. So we'll see how Cruz decides to launch these guys off. He may wait till the green flag. He may go slightly early. He could go way early if he's got a teammate nearby. You definitely need one or two people to go with you if you're going to go early. You got to be able to fight that pull when those guys get hooked up and start reeling you back in. And you're going to need a few guys to help buffer that difference out. All right. Double file out of turn number 4. Pace car going to pull in. When will Cruz decide to fire them off as they're 2x2 through the tri-oval? Green flag is out. He does go a little bit early. Rogers is able to pace him. Oh, Rogers going to stay up high as they come down the front straightaway. Green flag is out. down into turn number 1 and 2. Sounded like there might have been a little bit of contact early on in that run, but everybody able to keep it going forward as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. So no real pushing up at the front. Here comes Farless, though. As I say that, Farless looks up underneath Haynes into turn number 3 and 4. You know, there is an N in that name. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, help behind Farless. Farless trying to push that bottom side. As they come through the trioval, it's going to be Cruz leading the way at the line this time by. Looks like Rogers is going to stick with them as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Field is actually pretty calm right now. As I say that, they take it 3 wide for third as Lynx takes it up the middle. Haynes going to dip back down in line as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of contact down that back straightaway. Got a second pack down there where they're racing really hard. They need to get single file to work their way up as they head into turn number 3. Out front leading the way, it is going to continue to be the number 44 of Josh Cruz. Down the front straightaway, going to be 9 laps complete, 21 laps to go at the line this time by. All right, so now is the time to start making some buddies, but some of these guys ready to take the runs. Looks like Lincoln to move down to the bottom all by himself. That's not going to be a winning move, as it's going to move him back in the pack. He's going to need some help on that bottom side as they head through 1 and 2. Oh, Farless and Kyle Todd. Oh, Kyle Todd ends up going around. Almost a big save. Kyle Todd goes all the way around and into the inside wall, maybe slightly. Farless with some damage on that number 3. Just a couple cars. We're going to leave it green for now. As they come down the front straightaway, it is going to be Cruz leading the way. 20 laps to go. The front, they're trying to figure out how to move around and work together to move their way forward. 2 fast cars getting taken out in that one. We're going to see them go down, and they'll get back on the lead lap, but they end up a lap down. No harm, no foul. Kyle Todd does take the tow. Apparently, he had more damage as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Uh-oh. Somebody said, God damn it, I thought somebody wrecked. Down the front straightaway, Justin Farless and Kyle Todd both still on pit road. Are they done for the night? Just seen them light up. Oh, no, they're on. Oh, here comes Farless off of pit road. Kyle Todd probably not far behind him. As Kyle Todd pulls out 1 lap down, but he should be all right. As they look for the line, for the turn number 3, here comes the bottom side, Rob Haynes. And on the bottom side, he's got Link behind him as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Bottom side starting to get a little momentum now as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, it gets a little wobbly up high as Mark Rogers trying to push Cruz through turn number 3 and 4. That second pack has gotten single file, but it might be too little too late as they come down the front straightaway. 12 laps complete, 18 laps to go. Ooh, contact as these guys are beating the doors off each other, trying to work that side draft through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Nice little pack right here. Let's see. Who's at the back of the pack? Let's see. It looks like the 11 of Kinzer. 14 cars in this front pack. And we got this pack back here. These guys will get an opportunity. I'm sure we'll get another caution as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, especially when you got them looking for the middle like that. Oh, contact. They're 3 wide. Make it 4 wide through the trioval. 4 wide for second as we got him having to lift. Still 4 wide. We're wrecking. We're wrecking down the front straightaway. Caution flag comes out. Caution flag comes out. Farless, you can take yours. You're only 1 lap down. I had to give Kyle a wave. He's 2 laps down. All right. Oh, ooh, that was gnarly. Oh, they just got caught up. Mayo getting caught up in that one. Big wreck there. Caution flag comes out here for the second time tonight. All right, pace. Pace car going into 3. Pace car going into 3. Remember, guys, we're going to have lap cars coming on the top side. Please give them room. Please give them room. They're going to be coming in fast. Kyle needs 2 laps. Carlos needs 1. All right, so lap cars coming around the high side. All right, so give them the wave around so they don't get DQ'd. Definitely an interesting one here tonight. Definitely been wild so far. We are halfway through this one right now, and we still got a whole lot of cars left. Looks like Mayo might be done. Warps is done. Simon never showed up, so we should have at least 23 cars left to do battle here tonight. All right, so definitely been interesting. It is getting hairy up here for some of these guys. Kyle Todd's coming to get another one, guys. Clear that top side. Clear the top side. All right, everybody back on the lead lap. You know, the true problem is it's hard to do Common Core math when you're in the car.
doing Indy cars next week? Get the body bags all stocked up.
You know, it's probably going to be Indy cars next week. I was looking this week and I was like, it's been a minute since I've done the Indy cars, and then I saw it'd been a little bit longer since I'd done these. So Indy cars probably next week.
When was the last time we did O'Reilly's? I feel like those raced pretty good last time, or might be tripping. I don't know.
The trucks, I think, were the first ones I did with extra horsepower. I don't remember last time we did the O'Reilly cars.
I think the last time you guys did O'Reilly, I won it.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
SRX with less, or with more power and less weight.
I do know we're not going to do the COT with more power and less weight.
Gen 4s would hit.
Hurricane's crosswind on the backstretch.
Idea. COT's more power, Martinsville.
I was thinking Oxford.
$150-mile-an-hour crosswind down the backstretch.
Yeah, the COT was nuts. All right, guys, this start's going to be on Cruise again anytime after the pace car pulls off. All right, pace car going to pull off. When will Cruise fire them as they come down the front straightaway? Going to be 2 by 2. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. We got them squeezing already through the tri-oval, looking for.
Looked like a lane change before the start finish.
Can I get a black too?
James, can you start black?
Where was the lane change?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a lane change or not. I could.
It was me. The guy that missed the shift in front of me or didn't go, so wasn't gonna get held up.
All right, let's go take a look at this. Yeah, the 11 didn't go. Oh, my God.
Not clear, dude. Why would you wreck Link? You weren't clear.
Big wreck as Cruz gets caught up in that one. Let's go back and take a look and see what exactly happened there.
Oh, God. That was on one.
All right, let's go back and take a look. Yeah, he didn't go. You banged his back door a few times before he moved down. Oh, he was not clear. Oh. No, you're good. No, nobody's complaining about the start. They just want to make sure you didn't jump lanes illegally. All right, so we got the big one. As Cruz was not clear. So Mayo did make it back out. As they come down the back straightaway, these guys coming to catch the caution. Hey, Curtis, did you make it back up to the front? What a roller coaster for you tonight.
Seriously.
All right, so he's going to identify as the pace car right now. As we got a bunch of cars caught up in that one as we work this third caution flag of the night. Leaders reckon. There are 3. All right, so Mayo has got. All right, so we're going to get Mayo back out on the lead lap. Just a heads up, David Mayo will be taking another lap around the outside, so make sure you guys give him room when he gets there. Wait, what channel is he listening to on the radio?
He's got country on. I don't know what we're doing in here. I was able to get him to turn Taylor Swift off, but then we went to country, so I guess we'll take it.
What kind of country, though? Like, we talking like Merle Haggard or this new age stuff?
I wish I could tell you. He went back to Taylor Swift, and I can't get it off now.
Hit him.
Anymore, she's married.
You should change the Salvation Army logo to the Swifty Army logo.
Wild.
I thought it was.
Oh, God.
No. Don't worry, O'Reilly. I'll lead you to victory.
All right, we're going to go ahead and stack them back up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag again. This time by Mayo has made it back on the lead lap. He's going to catch the field. He's going to have another opportunity as they come across the line. All right, just a friendly reminder, this start will be on Curtis anytime after the pace car pulls off. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. Obviously, if somebody misses a shift, you are allowed to go around them. If you're at the back and you're set up single file, go ahead and double it up. Oh my God, that was almost bad. I thought you were about to die right there, Mark. All right, out of turn number 2, 2 by 2 down the back straightaway. Who's it going to be here tonight? It is going to be 8 laps to go. Can we get him green? Guess we'll find out. Oh, Kyle Todd is out. Oof. Didn't realize Kyle was out. I don't know. Farless is going to need to find some friends along the way because he has lost his teammate Kyle Todd for the night as they head through turn number 3 and 4. I'll tell you what, Mitchell has nose damage. Not a lot, but he does have a little. That could play a factor here tonight up at the front with him. He might be a better pusher than he is a leader. 3, I believe. All right, we are looking for the green as we head into the tri-oval. Green flag is out as Mitchell's on the gas. Mitchell on the gas down the front straightaway. Big lead for him. He's going to be a sitting duck here in a minute as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 1 and front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. because I had an alarm set. Down into 1 and 2. Mitchell going to move up the track. Forster up higher. It's going to be too wide out of turn number 2. Forster looking for the lead. He started on the pole. He's looking for the lead back down the back straightaway. He's got help from behind with Vernon Harris. Harris in that number 6 machine all over the back of him. Mark Rogers behind him. Rogers going to go down to the bottom as they head through turn number 3 and 4. The rest of the field trying to play some catch up here. It was spread out a bit. We're going to see some runs up through the field as they come down through the trioval. Oh my God, the blocking is insane here tonight. When will they stop letting the blocks happen? As they head into turn number 1 and 2, we are 3 by 3 by 3. Oh, 4 wide back in the pack. How did they save it? Farless in the middle of that chaos as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Ashton around. We got a couple cars caught up. Caution flag comes out. There's more than a couple cars, so we're going to go ahead and throw it. Almost didn't throw it. Oh, look at this. Kyle Todd is back. We're going to give him one waiver. All right, so we're going to go back and take a look and see what happened. What exactly? All right, so this got crazy. These runs got big. Lots of blocking. Oh, they got in the... That was the one earlier. That's not the one we were looking for. This is the one we're looking for. Yeah, they just got squeezed tight. They were nose to tail, just hard racing there. Few cars caught up here. As we get that caution flag here, once again, we're going to have to go ahead and give... All right, what am I missing? There's a few people that have been blinking under caution, but during the green, I don't think I've seen any blinking today. I thought I did give you the second waiver on. Yeah. All right, so caution flag happened here once again. As we are going to go ahead and restack, and we're going to have another shootout here. Farless down on pit road, getting some damage repaired. And Mayo down on pit road. Is that why he shook the car? Did he get chat banned? Oh, I thought DQ Mahoney got him in trouble. My bad. All right, so Farless with some damage getting stuck down on pit road as we are setting to go green flag here once again. I was going to say, he really doesn't want those pushes. He's staying down low. I'm pretty sure someone will wreck everybody on the last lap. All right, we are looking for the green flag this time by. Yeah, you know, sometimes I pull them up. Co-host distracts me from the chat when the chat gets talking. That's the biggest problem I have. All right, so it is going to be a 3-lap shootout here. Can we get a green? Forster, this is on you anytime after the pace car pulls off. All right, looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. 3-lap shootout here tonight. 3-lap shootout. Will we see the white flag or will we get another caution here tonight? That's going to be the question. As Mark intimidates the pace car out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Who's it going to be? Looking for that green flag. Oh, we are wrecking already. Yeah, there were a few people trying to anticipate that. We need to tighten up these restarts, guys, coming out of 4. Yeah, that's exactly why they. I don't know. It happens. It happens often. It's because it was 3 laps to go. Right? What's up, Demon? What's up, buddy? All right, we are going to go ahead and get ready for another restart here. This is going to be the first green-white checker of the night. First green-white checker. Oh, you're going out of state? Where are you going, Demon? It honestly has been a good race. We've had a couple issues here at that. I mean, that street stock race was amazing, though. That one was hard to beat. The one we had before this. As we are going to get ready to re-rack them, restack them here once again tonight. Who is going to take that win? You know, a green-white checker, you got to like the leader. Idaho to go. Oh, cool. I stayed in Idaho Falls for a while. Couple months. Right. I was just saying, like, the street stock race before this was pretty wild. Everybody wave at Farless when he goes by. At least 5 of them. All right, we're gonna see if we can get Farless back here, as he is back out on the track. We'll see if anybody else makes it back out. Looks like Rob is gone. Jacob is down on pit road. So a few of these guys down on pit road getting some damage repaired. Shane Haas down on pit road as they come out of turn at number 4. Farless probably is going to get 1 lap. Are you going to? Oh, you live in Spokane? Okay. Hey, no, that's a good thing. Go enjoy yourself, Demon. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2. Looking for the green flag this time by I don't know when you're going to catch him again, Farless. Just take one. One's not going to get you DQ'd. I'll clear the black. Just do it safely when you catch him if it's not in a bad spot. I get it. All right, out of turn number 4. Or turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Going to try this restart again. We need to tighten them up out of turn number 4 this time. Last time was a little rough. So we're going to keep an eye on this and get these guys together. Forrester going to go down and through the infield, or down through the lower part of the flat there. Taking the invisible chicane down the back straightaway. As we got them stacked into turn at number 3 and 4, 2 by 2. All right, if you are single file in the back, you're more than welcome to stack them up 2 by 2. And we're going on the last, we're going into a green-white checker. You guys don't have a lot of laps. Tighten them up coming out of 4 here, guys. Tighten them up. Like half a car length or so. All right, looking for the green flag as they come into the tri-oval. 2 by 2, green flag is out. Somebody did not go. Down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Out front, it is going to be Forrester leading the way. Mark Rogers second. Bryce Fish up 21 spots in the number 4 position. A lot of these guys have moved a lot of spots up. The only person that is where they're started up at the front and not up a bunch of positions is our leader, Forster. He started there. He's still running there. Can he keep it there? Oh, okay. Yeah. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. I think this is it. I know it's too late to throw a yellow. White flag is in the air. Does anybody have anything for Forster as they come down the front straightaway? White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Oh, they're wrecking for last. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Forster leading the way. Mark Rogers in second. Out of turn number 2. Can Bryce Fish do anything? Curtis Mitchell sitting in the number 4 spot. Fish going to try to make a move. Big block by Mark Rogers. Fish down to the bottom. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell looking where to go. Rogers going to get sideways. Mitchell to the outside. They're 3 wide for second. Coming through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Mitchell gets turned around on a... Stop. As they come to the line, big wreck down the front straightaway. Forster in the lead. He's going to take the win. Braden Ware second. Ethan George in third. Look at that. Look at that. Silverwares. Forster with the win. Braden Ware second. Ethan George in third. What a crazy one. It was crazy. Coming to the line. All right, we're going to go back and take a look and see this finish once again. Look at... Oh my God, it got so sketchy right here. It was so crazy. Coming to the checker, there were 3 wide. They're going to wreck behind them. Oh, man. Oh, it got so crazy right here. It was a crazy finish. All right, I heard enough of that. All right. Let's go through the results. It's going to be Smith, Forrester with the win here tonight. Braden Ware's in second. Going to be Ethan George in third. Harris in fourth. Kins are going to be in fifth here tonight. I didn't watch it. That to me, it just looked like hard racing. I can go take a better look at it in a minute. Going to be Hayes in second, Haas in eighth. Fanning in sixth, Hayes in seventh, Haas in eighth. Going to be McKenzie in the ninth, Cox in 10th. Going to be Fish in the number 11 spot, Storkson in 12th, Cruz in 13th. Going to be Kyle Todd in 14th, Thomas in 15th, Curtis Mitchell in 16th, Mark Rogers 17th. Oh, he shouldn't have gotten penalized. And Jacob in 18th. Going Going to be Green in the number 19 spot, Harnish in the 20th, Farless 21st, Haynes in the number 22 spot, Link in 22nd, Mayo in 24th, Warps 25th, and Simon did not grid up. Let's go back and take a look at it. All right, where are you at? Let's see. Let's find. I mean, there's just, you guys are racing. I mean, you came down, he came up. It looked like you got close to that wall, a little loose, and you got blocked. That was just hard racing. Yeah, good win, Forster. All right, let's go ahead and see who's in the Discord. Bring in the top three, Forster. If you're in the Discord, I'll interview you. Look at that. Somebody's got the right name in Discord. All right.
Well,
Ethan, third place again. That's twice tonight.
It's not the 2 places I wanted.
2 places behind where you wanted, both times.
Yeah.
Still, crazy race, able to survive. I mean, survival is key, you know, and learning how these races progress at that. And getting these podiums, they're not easy to come by in these races.
No, I'm not complaining. I was 10th on that restart. I mean, miracle I got where I was.
Sometimes you just can't lift until you see the checkered flag or Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Good run here tonight. I know it's late. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, you've put it on. Mom, Dad, making me have what I have to do what I do, and all the people watching that are staying up till whatever time their time zones are. I know it's 12:22 where I'm at.
Same here. I appreciate you, Ethan. Always fun to have you out here, and can't wait to see you come out and have some fun next week.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Braden, second place. Silver, not too bad.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like both races I was pretty good. Me and Kenny, there in that Talladega race, we just kind of laid back in 20s and just waited for that last caution to come out. Then, then we started, slicing and dicing, zigging and zagging, some would say. And, it ended up pretty good. If Ethan, I was talking to him, I said, he should have just, pushed me. But, he didn't push me, and I didn't win. So, screw that guy. I'm the best there is, and, yeah.
You're real familiar with running the trucks. Maybe not on this big a track, but definitely seem to suit your style here tonight. And I'll tell you, we see it all across the board with these guys like you. Stick around for a while. The improvement has been insane. I mean, it's got to feel good to run up at the front. The awareness and WOOT's probably definitely helped you in other places. I mean, can you tell the difference just in the jump from where you were when you started with us and where you are today?
I definitely can. And I feel like some of that has been luck. The last few weeks I've had pretty good luck in move, surprisingly. But with the ARCA stuff, I could tell how much I progressed throughout my first race to even the second or third or fourth race, just running with Ethan Bowers and Moody and Remington and all those guys.
What about Kyle Todd?
Oh, Kyle Todd, I love that guy. He's a great guy.
Great run here tonight. I always got to stir the pot a little bit, I guess. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, you've put it on every week. Everybody that stayed up and watched, mom and dad for watching, and just everybody. Kenny, pretty good teammate, I guess there. So pretty good race.
All right, bud. Good run here tonight, and I will see you later.
All right, see ya.
All right, doesn't look like Forster's going to make it up into the session for an interview, but overall, some good racing. Got a little hairy there at the end. Had to mute the chat. It was kind of annoying to listen to, but that's going to be it for us tonight. we'll be back Monday with some Monday Night Modifieds, and then a little something again here next Thursday. Sounds like we might be running the Indy cars at Dega. Always fun, and then we'll figure out where we'll run those street stocks. But as always, until next time, guys, be safe and have a good night.